Alright, today we're going to start a new series of videos all about Google Classroom. This will be a method of bringing together everything we've spoken about so far and use it to deliver access and feedback to students' assignments remotely. Students, upon entering a class, will have already submitted the work, and you will have a fully accessible folder on your drive created automatically with their submissions. By the way, here's the Classroom folder that has been created automatically by the Classroom app, and what this will give me is all the classes that I'm teaching. As you can see, I've only got one in here, Year 13 Economics. If you've got a whole sequence of classes, it will do this automatically for you. It'll give you Year 13 classes, Year 7 classes, all the classes that you're teaching at the moment. We'll order them for you, and you'll be able to access the information because the classes will submit their work into this folder for you automatically. Again, there's nothing you have to do. You'll have to train yourself to use this resource, and you'll have to train the students to use it as well. However, if they get bombarded with this 25 times a week, I reckon even the most resistant of students will soon get the idea. Your training starts here. There are also lots of people around to help, so if these videos don't answer your questions, start to make use of us all. In this first video, we're going to look at creating your first class using Google Classroom. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to your drive, which is where we are now. Then select from the 9 dots, top right hand corner, here they are. Go down to More, and you should see Google Classroom there. If you click on that, that will take you to the Classroom app. The initial splash screen you'll get from the very first instance will look like this, and what you need to do is go up to here where it says Create Your First Class and click on the plus symbol there. If you have already created a class like myself, here's my Year 13 class here, and you wish to create another class, let's say a Year 12 class or a Year 11 class, then click again on this plus button here. Select Create Class and then give it a class name. And then click Create. Wait a while it creates your class for you. It will also give you a unique reference number. Here's mine, FT3 small case y small case XE. And what you're able to do is you're able to email that, if you wish to the students to allow them to join your class. Alternatively, you can create an invitation for them to come to your class. If you want, you can have a tour. So if you click this button here, it will take you through the various steps involved with learning more about this particular screen. So this says in the classroom stream, you can post announcements and create assignments for your class. So here's an announcement. I'm going to set some homework. Students can join your class by entering this code. You can also add students to your class directly on the students page by clicking on this button here. When you're happy with that, you can click Got It. If you think I haven't got it, you can start the tour again. Just as a matter of interest, you get this purple bubble theme as a matter of default. If you think that that's not appropriate, or you want to change it, or you want to have a specific theme for each class, then you can change the class theme here by clicking on this and then select from the various options that we've got down here. So for instance, if you think, I don't know, you're doing it on space, it might be physics, you could go for that and select that as your class theme, and then lo and behold, you've got a different theme at the top. Very minor, but you never know, you might want to use it. Next time you enter Google Drive, you will see a different splash screen to start off with. It will look something like this. So here's a class that I had already created before this video commenced, and this is the class that we've created during this video. Obviously there are no students attached to this at the moment. There are 2 students attached to the Year 13 Economics class. Next up, I'm going to show you how you can add students to your class. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add some students to this Year 12 Economics class. If you remember, we just created this class here. This is what class that was created beforehand. How do you add students into this economics class? Because at the moment, there are no students in there. Well, if you hover your cursor over Year 12 Economics, or whatever course it is that you create, you will see that the cursor will change from an arrow symbol to a hand symbol indicating that that's a link. If you click on that link, it'll take you back to the screen that we were on before. And if you remember, all we've done is we've created the class, we've created a new splash screen at the top here, and now we're going to add some students. And it's fairly simple. You just click on students there. And what you need to do is you need to invite some students. The first thing you need to do is start to select the students from here using their KRS Gmail account. Okay, the first person I'm going to select is Helen Eveson. I don't need to write all of the email address. Helen will probably do. Click on the search button and it will tell me all the Helens that we've got around here. So we've got Helen Eveson at KRS Mail, and that's the one I'm going to choose. So double click on that, and in theory that should now be added. You need to then invite the students. So you click invite, and that student there will be invited into your class. It might take a while for them to sort of think about that. If you want other students to come along, click invite again. This time I will go for Richard. Again, you don't need to write it all out. Don't know why I typed all that lot out. Click on that, and I will select Richard Sproson. And again, I will invite Richard Sproson to come and join my Year 12 economics class. Now, eventually, Richard Herneman will get round to creating shortcuts for this. So all you'll need to do is put in a special code, which you'll get from Sims, which will tell him, I don't know, Year 8 French students that are taught by Claire Barkley, for example, and that will save you all this hassle of going through each student individually and inviting them. Once they've been invited, what they will do is they'll receive an email which will take them through the process, give them a link to click on. They'll click on that link and say yes, they want to join that class, and then they will appear as members of that class. And that's it for this first video. Once you've done that, if I just go back to my Year 13 class, you will see that this class has been created. There's Danny Costello. This is him saying, not 100% sure if you'll get this notification, sir, but here goes. The classroom app seems to be working fine, and I do believe I'm part of the economics class. Then there's my communication with him. Let's see how this works. What I've got here is some upcoming assignments in terms of what I expect from him next, which is due on the 25th of September, and we'll talk through how that can be created in the next video. Thanks for watching again.